So, for today's review, the Jaguar I-PACE. But before we get to the I-PACE, there's a few things I need to make clear. First of all, in 25, Jaguar are going to become all electric. They will have 3 new models of electric vehicle, and that transition will be complete. But get this, it doesn't include the I-PACE. And yet, for 24, they've created a highly modified I-PACE. We've come to see this one in the showroom here at Hendy for highly technical reasons. 1, look how shiny it is. 2, look at the colour. And 3, it's just so sexy.
The battery is a 90 kilowatt hour battery, which can charge at 100 kilowatts. In the real world, the range is about 250 miles. And 0% finance on all new models here at Hendy.
The most noticeable difference is this one at the front. The grille has been replaced with the solid shield here, so that makes a massive difference to appearance. And there's various changes that make it more aerodynamic, and I think it really looks good actually. You know, you've got these scooped out bits here and on the bonnet too. I really love the shape, and I think actually everything that they've done for this 24 model has improved the shape. Go around that side, I'm going to show you inside. There's also been lots of changes to the inside, some little modifications to an already luxurious interior, but some of them are to make it more environmentally friendly. So the mats, for example, are made of 100% recycled materials. The fabric microfiber part of the interior uses 50% recycled polyester, and the lovely leather seats, instead of using traditional tanning agents, are treated with an olive leaf extract. There's plenty of room in the back. It feels bigger because it's got this beautiful panoramic kind of window above, privacy glass, heated seats in the back, absolute bonus. And you've got a range of chargers too. So there's plenty of room for 3 grown-ups to sit here quite happily. And they've all got their own, well, they've all got their own speakers, but you know what I mean. And it's kind of easy to think to put this in a category, right? It's a business type of car, it's a sports person's type of car, but it is actually an SUV, a really practical family car. So kind of good to bear that in mind too, because inside the 577 litre boot, and that's with the seats up, oh, look what we've discovered. A dog paradise. This actually is the Jaguar additional pet pack, which I'm tempted to steal, because look at this. How useful is this for all dog owners? This is for pumping off wet dog feet. But actually you could use it on the kids as well, right? Anyone. Fill it with water, pump, quick pump, and you've got a power shower. How fantastic is that? Doodle would love this. Look, you can even have a really decent bike rack on the back of this car. So all to say is, yes, it's expensive, this car. However, it's multi-purpose. It doesn't just sit in one box. And I think in terms of lifestyle, that's really important to remember. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Did it? Out on the road, away from the showroom, this car is still gorgeous. I mean, it is up there competing with the top level performance EVs like the Audi e-tron, you know, the Teslas, all of those, and it feels like that. It's such a lovely, luxurious vehicle to drive. Everything from the comfort of the seat to the comfort of the steering wheel to the fact that I glance ahead and in the windscreen is displayed my speed, and the speed I should be going at, the speed limit. It feels like the luxury performance car it's meant to be. And there are lots of details, and those details are mainly the same in the 24 model. So you've still got the 10-inch Pivi Pro screen, which is touch screen and which is the same one as in the Range Rover, so super luxurious. So I'll stop for a second just to show you this. This is, you know how obsessed I am with heated seats and heated steering wheels, right? But this is your heated seat control. You can do it with the screen, or you can do it with this interesting climate push-pull dial. You can push, pull and twist it. If you start at the beginning, you can twist it. If you push, you can twist it and set the temperature of the cabin, or your side, because there's two sides. Lovely, right? Still with me? If you pull it and twist it, you select the speed of the fan. Even at top speed, it is quite quiet. Can you hear that? Probably just a little bit. If I push it again, if I push it twice, now I'm selecting, by turning it around, the heat of the heated seat. Now do you see why I pulled over to show you all of that? Because who can remember all of that when they're driving along at the same time? And why not just use the screen, which does a perfectly acceptable job too? Now, before we get back to the joys of the open road, I actually want to play with something in the car park. It's sound that I want to play with, because you can personalise the driving sound that you're getting in the cabin. She says, feeling like an idiot driving around the car park. It's because I wanted to play with it. I can't really hear anything. It doesn't. So that's normal. Personalise the driving sound within the cabin, normal. Let's try dynamic. It's very quiet though. It's an electric car. Like you can, well, I know, electric, that's the point. Isn't that one of the reasons we like electric cars? Tina, out you get. Because I want you to see if you can hear it outside. I'll drive around you and see if you can hear it outside. Because I'm not really hearing it inside, even on dynamic. I'll open the window, see if I can hear it as well. Ready? Are you hearing anything? You know how you and I go, oh, we're doing car reviews? It's less car reviewing, more car playing. Actually, you wouldn't get Richard the Hamster Hammond doing this. He'd be doing it properly. He'd be talking about the wonderful traction that this vehicle has, because it does, and the low centre of gravity and the amazing driving position, and the fact that even it's got leather seats, you don't slip. Oh no, he wouldn't talk about that. He would talk about the steering and how precise it is, like a sports car, even though really it's more like an SUV because it's massive and you can fit all your family in it and loads of their luggage and all of the other random stuff that comes with a family, like a dog, or in my case, a peregrine falcon. Anyway, Richard the Hamster would have nothing to do with any of that. He'd just be talking about the other really important technical parts of the car, like its firm suspension. Am I right, Tina? Am I right?
Has it got firm suspension?
It has got firm suspension, so it'd be really good across cobbled roads if you happen to live on a lane or cobbled roads. Now, often this next bit of information appears irrelevant when you're driving in England. But it's 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, which is extraordinary. And having driven EV for a little while now, what I do appreciate is the ability to accelerate away from tricky situations. You know, if people are converging and whatever, you have got that quick speed to rely on to get you away from a tricky situation, which I do like. Anyway, 4.5 seconds is really impressive, especially when you're not driving around in a 30-mile-an-hour speed zone. But isn't this lovely, look, going over a little canal here? Yeah. And trying not to scratch this lovely lone car on the bollards. Anyway, back in 2018 when this car was launched and it won Car of the Year, it was a good year for this car, 2018, because NCAP also gave it a 5-star safety rating. So of course for 2024, you know, nothing's really changed. So I would imagine it's still getting its 5-star safety rating. And for all of this lovely luxury and for all of that, you are still paying, because the other thing that hasn't changed is the price. It's just shy of 70k starting price. And that's not even thinking about any add-ons or, you know, advanced models or any of that. But look, this is a luxury car. It's an enormous pleasure to drive. It feels like you're cocooned in luxury, frankly. And that's what you're paying for. What's interesting to me is that the I-PACE is such a dreamy car, and they've worked so hard on it, and yet we could be saying goodbye to it in the next few years. Well, then you flip it and you think, well, if they came up with this in 2018 and they've got plans for 3 brand new models of EV, what do those look like? So actually, it's quite exciting.